Chapter 4. B.T.S. Do you remember your first day of high school sunshine? I mean, everything had to be perfect. You had to wear the right clothes, act cool, and ditch your parents as fast as you could, or you might be labeled a loser for the next 4 years of your life. The only problem with the sunshine is that we were weird, so we really didn't care if we fit in or not, haha. Hey, could you do me a favor and stay with me as we go to school today? I'm going to be meeting some interesting people, and would love your company. Anyway, I see our first friend is walking up to us, so let's surprise her the best way we know how, through love. As our sinister girl started walking towards us, you noticed that I got my compact mirror from my purse, and said those famous words we love to hear. Hello, beautiful, while I stared into my reflection. I said it just loud enough for sinister girl to walk up to me with disgust.
Ew. You're not beautiful, you're ugly.
I responded with the sweetest smile you have ever seen while I pointed to her and said, Lucy, so glad to see you, darling.
How did you know my name is Lucy?
Because I'm a witch and I know everything about you, my love. By the way, my name is Aphrodite, nice to finally meet you.
I don't care what your name is and you're still ugly and conceited.
I let out a and looked inside my compact mirror again while saying to Lucy, Nope. I'm still beautiful and pure because my mirror never lies. By the way, I know you are not as pretty as I am, but would you like to see your reflection from my mirror, darling? If you can change your hateful ways, maybe you can be as beautiful as I am. Lucy quickly walked away and said,
Whatever. Loser.
while her friends tried to keep up with her as she quickly walked away from me and you. Right after that happened, a very handsome young man cautiously walked up to me and said,
You know your life is over now that you messed with Lucy, right?
Wow. You're Dylan. So glad to see you, my love.
Wow. I didn't know anyone knew my name. You make me feel famous. Do you know me?
Absolutely not, Dylan, but I know you now, haha, so nice to finally meet you, my darling. I just had to give him a kiss even though it totally caught him off guard, but I couldn't help myself. It was nice giving him his first kiss, because he never had a girl take notice to him like that before. I could tell he was afraid to talk to girls, but there was something about me that gave him the courage to speak to me on that fateful day. I guess I just have that effect on boys. Anyway, he was so bewitched by me, the only thing he could think to say was,
You're a very strange girl. I mean, you're different than any girl I ever met.
Why, thanks, Dylan. You're a dream too, and I'm so glad I finally have you in my life. Of course, Dylan had to ask me the obvious question.
But how did you know my name?
Ah. Because I'm a witch, Dylan, and I'm your goddess of love. Don't worry, lover, I'll be gentle with you. I promised your aunt, Miss Counselor. I will take great care of you, my love, even though she wants to burn me at the stake.
Hey. If you don't mind. Can you keep that a secret between us? If the kids knew the school's counselor is my aunt, they'd hate me more than they already do.
Don't worry, lover boy, your secret is safe with me, witch's honor. Hey darling, I have to leave, but before I go, can you tell your sister Lucy, I'm sorry if I offended her.
How did you know Lucy was my sister?
Remember the word witch, Dylan, and when you're with a witch, weird things happen. See you later, cutie. Don't you just love Dylan? He really is a good kid, that's why I kissed him. I mean, really, when the girls see the lipstick on his face, he's going to be popular with the girls, haha. It's the least I can do for him since he's shy. By the way, I forgot to tell you what B.T.S stands for in our diary book of life you are reading. It means back to school, haha, do you get it? Hey, I'm a lover, not a comedian. What did you expect, sweetie? Anyway, let's go meet up with Astria and Isis in the cafeteria to see how well we are doing on our first day in school, and if we are any closer to finding that darn demon. When we reached the cafeteria, I yelled to my besties. Hey girlfriends.
Hi, beautiful.
Yep, we're not shy about being different. Such a big cafeteria, where should we eat at, Isis? Isis smiled at us and looked around the room, while we were walking trying to decide where to sit.
Well, there's the jock table over there, but sorry Aphrodite, none of them look like swimmers. Ah yes, we could go to the popular girl cheerleaders table, but they're going to sneak up on us later, so we don't have to worry about them. We could go to the band players table, but I don't think they have a hurdy-gurdy instrument section like the ones we used to play for King Louis XIV back in the 1700s. Ah yes, here we are. At the Dylan table, my favorite table of all. Dylan. May we have the pleasure of your company today? I said while I gave him a big hug. Poor Dylan, he just didn't know what to do with his new popularity, but it was nice to have people like him for the real person he truly is and not a fake.
Hi girls, how did you know my name?
When he looked at me, Aphrodite blew him a kiss and pointed her finger up in the air while winking at him.
Oh. Ah. You're witches too.
Yes, your majesty. We're witches, and we are graced by your presence, my lord. Astria went to Dylan and hugged him next.
Welcome, brother. It's so good to see you. My vision came true, and I'm so glad to have you in my life.
I see that we have other royalty here too. Princess Gina, I'm so honored to meet you, my lady. Gina was such a sweet but shy girl. She just quietly looked up from the book she was hiding in and meekly said,
Oh, I'm not royalty. I'm just a girl.
I gently went to Gina and softly spoke to her. Oh Gina, Joan of Arc was just a girl, but she helped save France from an invading army and is a heroine of her people as well as an entire nation that needed her. Never sell yourself short, Princess Gina. You are a hero to us, and you're going to prove your bravery very soon for the first time, my dear.
And we are going to be honored to see your first victory over tyranny. Oh sunshine, it was so cute. The only thing Gina could say was,
Okay.
Alright girls, what did we find out?
Before we continue, Aphrodite, I think we should let Gina and Dylan know we kind of adopted you into our family. I hope you don't mind, but we couldn't help it. Our Dylan was starting to get comfortable around us and simply said,
Okay. Cool.
Gina was still a little nervous and only said those famous words we love to hear.
Okay.
Oh, I just love them to death. Anyway, let's get back to the conversation at hand. Astria spoke next.
Well, I talked to all the trees in the area today, and they said, what demon are we looking for because there are so many around here lately? Our beloved Dylan was bewildered and confused, so he only said,
Trees.
That's when I gently reminded him about our secret ways, haha. When you are around witches, weird things happen, my love. Right after I said that to Dylan, I winked at Gina, which made her laugh. Oh, this girl is starting to come out of her shell and blossom to the world. It was a beautiful sight to see. But first we had some serious issues we needed to discuss. Isis responded to Astria's tree concern by saying,
Oh. I was afraid of that. I walked all around campus today. I guess I should have gone to class instead, oops. Sorry about that. Anyway, I went to observe the kids' souls today, and most are pretty decent kids, my dearie. But there are a few bad apples around here, and when I mean bad, it's Snow White mean which bad apple around here, haha. By the way, Astria, some girls saw you talking to the trees, and reported you to Miss Counselor. You're going to have a nice talk with her this afternoon, my little pretty.
Now that you mention it, Isis, I got my first detention slip today, woo-woo. My crime. Talking to a tree without a permit, I guess, haha. And we all laughed because we were becoming a family on this first faithful day of school, and it felt so good to have Dylan and Gina with us. But just then, the moment of truth came, and it was worse than a demon. Sinister girl Lucy snuck up on our table and smeared makeup and lipstick all over Aphrodite's face, and she quickly covered her face and appeared to be crying when Lucy said,
Who is pretty now?
She said that to Aphrodite, with a smirk on her face. But Aphrodite wasn't crying, she was giggling, and walked to the top of the table with the biggest smile on her face and said to everyone in the room,
"Hello everyone, I'm beautiful. Thanks for the makeover, Lucy. Does anyone want to join me?"
That's when it happened. For the first time in her life, Gina stood on the table with Aphrodite, and smeared makeup all over her face when she laughed and said,
I'm beautiful too.
Oh sunshine, it was such a wonderful sight to see Gina blossom to a wonderful woman that day, and now that she arrived, there is no stopping her now. That's the courage in Gina that Isis was talking about. Astria rose on the table next and smeared makeup all over her face too, and proudly said,
I'm beautiful, and so are you, everyone.
And when Isis rose up in a majestic way, she said those magic words to the room that would change the school forever.
Look everyone. We are all beautiful. Right after I said that, I proudly smeared makeup all over my face.
Soon, everyone in the cafeteria rose up and started smearing makeup all over their faces, even some boys, and it was just a little too much for Lucy to take, so she ran out the room as fast as she could. Poor girl, I guess we should have told her, it's not nice to play with witches because we might play with you back, haha. Oh sunshine, there were cheers all over the cafeteria room that quieted down when Isis raised her hands.
My ladies. My gentlemen. Today is a wonderful moment to treasure. For you saw that it was not the makeup that made us look pretty, but what is deep inside each and every one of us, and that is the inner beauty of our soul that makes us so special. Makeup can make us look beautiful and it is magical, but never use it as a mask to cover up who you really are, because we love you for your beautiful flaws, and perfections too. That is what makes you so unique, my love.
The kids were speechless and then there was loud yelling and applause for their new queen. That is, until Miss Counselor came in and walked right up to Isis and said, "In my office. Now." There were gasps from the students, but everything was okay, since our royal queen was not defeated. She just waved to the crowd as she departed to the office with Miss Counselor, as spontaneous cheering was heard long after she left. Hey, wait a minute sunshine, I just thought of something. Did you think you're just going to sit there reading our book without getting a little love and makeup on your face by your family? Well, think again sunshine, 'cause here's a little makeup for you to smear all over your face too, haha, love ya.